Today's episode promises to be one of the biggest and most elaborate going. A great coming together of people, double mustard, and a big bloke called boating. The handing over of some mirror extensions, the collection of a caravan, MOT time for Nigel, the shifting around of cars in order to find a place for this particular caravan, which we have to give a name, and all done on the shortest day of the year. Hello. I feel excited. I feel a bit nervous. I feel thirsty. First job of the day is to collect these mirror extensions, and it just so happens that Jake has them there.
Right here?
Yeah, thanks.
No problem.
So, as Jake is already in the yard, would you like to be my yard assistant for the day?
I don't see why not, Paul.
Do you know about tartan paint?
No.
Faster, come on, chop chop lad, come on, get over there, watch that car. After much debate on where this caravan's going to go, because after all it will take up a bit more space than just a car, I've come to a conclusion. The most likely place for it to go would be where this 600 sits at the moment, but I'm a bit concerned it's going to stick out too far, and then there's going to be no room for this either. A really cool place would be where Transit faces at the moment, but Transit faces there. Just down here where Rhiannon is would be quite cool, but this really is dropping quite a bit, and every day I'm a bit concerned that I'm going to come down here and find that Rhiannon's disappeared down that embankment. The next most obvious place is the one I thought I was going to stick with, is down here, just in front of the SD1. Just pull out this TF, stick it here, nice and wide, nice good place for it. But then, Jake being my yard assistant for the day, came up with an even better idea, didn't you?
I think it's a spot, Paul.
Yeah, here. That's
Right.
it. Where Rhonda is.
Let's do it, Paul.
Let's do that.
Quite simple.
Like me. So all we've got to do is open up the bonnet and bung in a fully charged battery. You need some proper skill. Oh, you've got some real skills to open up that bonnet there, Jake.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Yep, come on. There we go. It's a proper learning experience for you, this, isn't it?
It's like a day in training.
Ready to crank over the Lumpy L series. Probably, but it's a good idea to prime the fuel first. That's not quick enough. So now it's time to have a word with my sponsor. Boost! No, that again. It's passed, and Nigel's passed his test. It's passed his little MOT. He's a happy little Nigel today. It's passed his MOT. He passed his MOT. A lovely little Nigel. Hello. Here I'm sat in the passenger seat again. What kind of a man sits in the passenger seat of a car? A weak, useless man. You can only be worse if you sat in the back.
Yeah.
The passenger seat in Senior Mustard's Treelander, and there he is. You finally get to see the old chap.
We'll just have to make its way through.
What's up?
That's got to be older than me. Not exactly, but
It does seem a bit odd actually stopping so close to home. I mean, it's about 4 or 5 miles away. Turns out there's a proper reason for this. Well, we've done a little stop at Birch Services so we can check on the caravan and make sure all the wheels are rolling freely, and so Boaty can have a burger and Senior Mustard can have a poo. Boaty and I are both exceedingly happy about this, but he's taking it to a whole new level.
Cool rig. Look at me using the word rig. Awesomeness.
Clearly, we've been leading up to this for months. Finally, he's got a very good excuse to get his arms around me. Boaty stalking.
No pressure for the poor sod, just
Here we go, it's like I didn't even notice them.
What?
The lights in the front.
I'll tell you.
Well, approaching the end of this day, and the van is in the yard. Senior Mustard has gone, and so has Boaty. But now I'm just left with the impending dark and the promise of a cup of tea, which I promised myself, and I can make myself, so I will do. Shall we have a look inside? Look, found a step, not that I need it, and here it is. It's got a green carpet that's actually astroturf. It's got lots of mirrors on the ceiling. It's got a, oh, hang on, oh, that wasn't supposed to come off, oh dear. It's got a toilet full of cartoon comics everywhere. Nice and small. I wonder who's going to enjoy using that. Well, here I am, speaking from the caravan the next day, and I must say it's a rather cosy little thing, if only it was a bit warmer in here. But I'd imagine, due to the size of it, just by being inside here I could probably make it warm. Because these seats are also beds, although I believe they move out to be a double bed, probably unlikely we'll be actually doing that. Although, judging from Boaty's behaviour yesterday, maybe that's what he's got in mind. I do feel that this is probably my side. I've already sat on that, so that makes that my side, and that's going to be your side. I know Boaty wants us to be going somewhere in the night somewhere, to a camp out or something like that. But the idea of sharing a small caravan with a drunken priest is certainly something it's going to take me a little while to get used to, put it that way. And it is quite a small caravan. I can just about, in some places, stand up properly. But as we get further down the other end of the caravan there, you can see that's where it stops. So I've got the first half, where you come in the door. Now obviously I've got to do a lot of ducking to get under there. I'm used to that kind of thing, if you've seen my lockup. And I've got this area just here, just this little strip here where I can actually stand up straight. And then as we go further down here, I can't. There will be some plans, of course, to properly personalise this thing. But it is, I have to say, it is just really rather quaint. It's rather exceedingly old-fashioned, with this blue paint everywhere, and these pictures and things. There's just, I don't know, what do you think? What do you think? Do you like it? I like it. I like it quite a lot. This wraparound shelf there, I think is really cool. The amount of things you could store on there ready to fall off when you set off, great. A cupboard, so things can't fall out. Or everything's got these little cloth things on, like old jam pots. The roof covered in mirrors is quite an interesting touch, and whoever it was quite clearly a fan of Volkswagen. There are various cupboards everywhere with, oh look at all that, plastic plates plastic plates, obviously, because you know, when you're on the move, when they fall out, they're not going to break. That's probably why. And plastic cups. Oh gosh, I wonder if... Is there anything in there? No, they're just very heavy and very, very heavy in there, yeah. This, it just reminds me of my nan's kitchen. Look here, a fridge. And what's really cool is I've opened the door and it doesn't stink. Do you know, when I opened that door then I was kind of opening it like this, just ready for it to blow my nose in some disgust, but nothing at all. Nothing at all. How exciting. Lots of nice quaint little pictures knocking about everywhere. And you've seen the toilet, you don't need to see that again. Now let's talk about something really interesting for this van's future. Because in its current state it is just white. So it looks like every other caravan going. And that won't do. When we take this on the road, we want it to stand out. So we've had some ideas bandied about. My first idea, obviously, was to just paint it all in different colours. It would look ridiculous, but you would notice it. Then Boaty said, why don't we just paint it yellow or green, which again, it would make it stand out. Then somebody else had an idea. Who was it? Was it Boaty? Or was it Jake? Could have been Jake, it might have been Boaty. It certainly wasn't me, put it this way. But what if we was to offer this van as a canvas for local artists? Something where you could just come and just splash your paint all over it and make it look like something, well, of a piece of art. A work of art, a moving, being tugged around piece of art that will find itself on campsites and at car shows throughout the country. What a great way to display your talents. That's what we think. So we are going to be looking for 1, 2, I don't know, maybe a few design ideas to make this look something out of this world. Okay? You know, the front reminds me of aviation goggles, but you know, for a pilot that's got 3 eyes. Hello, my name is Paul and I run this channel, and I spend an awful lot of time and effort trying to make these videos as interesting, quirky and amusing as possible. So if you like them, please do subscribe and press that notification bell as well. If you want to support the channel further, you can do. There is a link in the description with my email where PayPal donations can be made, or pressing the super like thing, or becoming a channel member. There's so many things you could do. Oh yeah, and thanks.